This is not just another broadcast. This is Frozen Apex TV, where racing is treated like the elite competition it is, where preparation meets pressure, and where nothing that matters goes unseen. We understand the sport because we understand the drivers, the commitment it takes to be here, the discipline behind every lap, the difference between sending it hard and sending it home. That's why we don't just follow the race, we break it down, corner by corner, battle by battle, from every angle that tells the real story on the track. While others catch the moment, we capture the meaning behind it. The dive bombs that change championships, the defensive lines that define careers, the split-second decisions made at 200 miles an hour. This is coverage built for leagues that demand credibility, for drivers who expect professionalism, and for competition that deserves respect. No missed action, no wasted shots, just pure, uninterrupted racing, delivered with precision. Freeze the moment, own the apex. Welcome to Frozen Apex TV. Welcome to the place that has started the endurance 24-hour races. Welcome to Le Mans. Who is excited for this one? We are going a little longer than normal, hour and a half tonight during the race. I am your host, Fred Truex, joined in the booth by the best co-host in the world, Metal. Metal, how are you tonight?
I'm doing good. Just hanging out here in, I believe this is France. I don't know.
Right.
They checked my passport. Wasn't sure where I was. All I know, I got off the plane and I was told, go that way. And they spoke in a weird, funny language that I didn't understand. But here we are. And welcome in, fans. The Robbie Brogan fans already coming into chat. Love to see it. Rooting for Robbie. I guess they don't know, Fred.
They don't know, and it's a heartbreaker.
It saddens our heart to say this. However, last week's incident, Robbie Brogan has been suspended for one race, and he will not be racing today at Le Mans.
Correct. It is not just last week. Robbie has been issued a few penalties throughout the seasons, and last week had kind of a series of them as well. So the incident review team kind of decided that it was probably best to have him for a week off, and hopefully can come back, regroup, and take on Canadian Tire Motorsports.
Yes. So he will be back next week for Canadian Tire.
Yes.
Rooting for the British boys. Which one? Or just all of them? Don't care? You don't mind if it's going to be Les Monday, or if it's going to be Harvey Horsepool or Lewis Hunter?
This is
just one of them?
This is hilarious in our chat on the side, Metal, if you're seeing it. Dave just sent the forecast. So as you all can see here, it looks a little wet at Le Mans. You can see some rain coming off the cars, off the tires. Sorry if things are freezing. I'm talking with Dave, the league owner here. The forecast for the actual server shows a 3% chance of rain. And now that they are in sim, there is at 7:15 p.m., which I do not know. Let's look quick. So it's 7:31 p.m. in sim, and at 7:15 it is a 100% chance of rain. At 7:30 it drops to 0. At 7:15 it's going to pick up to 11, then 16, 17, 18, 20, 22 through the evening, as we race into the darkness. So, we are going to be racing into the night.
Wet track.
And into what seems to be some rainstorms. And we are hoping that these drivers are ready for one of the fastest circuits in our
in our session to be a wet one.
Yes, there's nothing more terrifying than doing Le Mans at night in the rain.
Maybe Nürburgring at night in the rain, but they're pretty close to each other. Both have stretches of forest with no lights, just your car headlights. So you have to have a very good comfortability in your car, understand how your car feels, understand the track and where you are at in the dark, because I believe we are racing into the darkness here. So this will be interesting. This is really gonna be testing some of our drivers here, as we are just about to get ready to get this grid going. Qualifying is wrapping up. We got just under 2 minutes to go. And while we're doing a bit of housekeeping here, we have a few penalties. Obviously, we discussed Robbie Brogan. Unfortunately, will be missing tonight due to a one-race suspension. The number 333 of David McCullough is going to have an end of line from what happened at Charlotte. The 48, who is still not here yet, would also have an end of line from Charlotte. Then we have two drivers. The number 370. Let me find that. Car 370 will be Tyler Kokeko. He will be given a one-lap hold due to him having the improper car. One of our rules in the league is the car you start with in the league is the car you have to run. So Tyler Kokeko and the number 28 of Jesse Canales. Both are in Mustangs tonight. Kokeko is supposed to be in a Lamborghini. Canales is supposed to be in an Acura. Both are in Mustangs tonight. So they will be given a one-lap hold as they are not allowed to change cars mid-season.
Yes.
So,
and a one-lap hold at Le Mans, might as well just put it in the garage.
That is like, you're going to be set a minimum 4 minutes behind the pack.
Yes.
So
it is going to be very, very difficult to recover.
Now,
welcome in, Blaze.
Yes, welcome in. Welcome in, everyone in chat. Bud Lightyear says he's got 20,000 on Dylan Harris. Does anyone want to take that? British boys are winning. All of them are winning. Blaze says hello, guys. Hope y'all are doing great tonight. We are like, I don't know if you all at home realize this, but we are getting close to the end of the season. There's only 3 races left, including tonight. We have this next week at Canadian Tire Motorsports Park, and then we cap off our season at the Nürburgring. So, 14 cars qualified. We do have 21 total on the grid tonight. But I'm thinking with the qualifying conduct scrutiny, some of them may have not have recorded times if they got any off tracks during the rain during qualifying. So, some fast cars. Some fast cars starting towards the back. And I just had a thought, Metal. How, I hope, just for the sake of everyone's sanity, I hope there's not a full parade lap. Because this is like an 8-mile track.
I'm pretty confident that they're going to be starting on the back straightaway, probably right out as they exit the second chicane. I think is where they'll start it. But they may also start it at the Porsche chicane, the Porsche curves. And so, or they could start it at the Corvette curves. So it'll be interesting to see. But the sun is starting to come out to dry this track out.
Yeah.
Hopefully the sun stays out long enough.
Yeah, hopefully the sun does remain out. Looking at the forecast, I don't know if I have a... Let me see here. I don't think I have a forecast option. I could get one real quick, just to show the fans at home a forecast. Bear with me as we go through this together. Weather radar. So there is your radar map over Lamar. And when we zoom in, you can see we are here. We have more rain moving in. We're in like a lull of the rain. We have some wind blowing. So you can see it's a little bit heavier rain coming in from the east or the west here. This would have been the rain at the beginning, the end of practice, beginning of the.
Is there a chance to just get the EOL for the wrong car? Because this is about equivalent to intentionally wrecking.
Alrighty, so they should
and there
be
was
gritting
no rule
here
in the
pretty
rulebook about it.
soon. Only a couple cars left.
I mean, you can even take away points too. I don't really care.
Please bear with
Yeah,
me here.
there was a rule, but no penalty.
Sorry about that. Forgot that I was doing some actual racing. So there is the weather. Sorry I didn't have an overlay. We weren't actually expecting rain tonight. So we're letting the administration team kind of deal with some issues. You could hear, I believe that was Teleco Keiko looking for an EOL instead of a drive-through. Which, I believe it was Tyler Keiko. It was one of the drivers getting the penalty for having the improper car was protesting the penalty.
I don't see the protest. Is that in the chat?
It was in voice chat. I forgot I still had my voice communication on from us racing this weekend.
So they were hearing it. Gotcha.
Yeah, so I muted up the chat because we have gone through that one before.
We don't want to put that out there.
I'm not going to tell anyone which race it was, but for the OG members, it was when I was still flying solo. I had voice chat on, and it was in my headphones because I was by myself. I didn't have my headphones on. I had my surround sound on, but where the voice chat was coming out through was my headphones, so I could not hear it because I don't run the background of iRacing, the overlay on during this time. I couldn't see that there was a background, and there was a driver in a league got wrecked, had some very, very big, not happy choice words for other drivers, things that probably shouldn't have gone out over YouTube. Lots of big, scary swear words, and was not cool. And we didn't know it until actually someone in chat mentioned, "Are we supposed to be hearing radio comms from the drivers?" And I'm like, no, you're not supposed to.
No.
And then
kept
the stream going, kept everything live, and then they're like, "Well, we're hearing someone have a catastrophic nuclear meltdown," and I'm like, "Huh?" that Tim Allen soundbite hit, and I'm like, "Oh my! If I don't correct this, I'm about to lose the YouTube permissions here." So, we try to nip that one in the butt real quick. So now I wear my headphones. Lesson learned. Yeah. So, anywho, they are finishing up qualifying here. I'm assuming the administration right now. And you can see on the stream that the rain just started back up. And it looks like it is coming down heavy, ladies and gentlemen. There is the weather. You can see it is 70 degrees out, 63 degrees on the track, 73% chance of precipitation, 8-mile-an-hour winds. The compass is going to continue changing because we are rolling around, but we have today's starting grid. Metal, I believe you're doing admin stuff, so I can do the call out if you would like.
Oh, we can do the call out because they're going to be doing the parade, so we got a little bit of time.
Are they doing a full lap?
No, they're starting right before the Porsche
okay. Alrighty, well, here is tonight's starting grid.
All right, starting on row number 1 on the pole, Lucas Wall in P1 with James Pierce in P2. Moving on back to row number 2, we're going to have Tyler Kokeko in P3 with Lewis Hunter in P4. Moving on to row number 3, we're going to have Cesar Torres in P5 with Josh Howard in P6. Then we're going to move on. Row number 4, Dylan Harris in P7 with Matt Morrison in P8. Then we're going to be going to row number 5. We're going to have Logan, I remember it, P9 with Les Monday in P10. He told us how to, and I have to look at my notes. Row number 6, Jesse Canales in P11 with Trevor Wilson in P12. Going to row number 7, you're going to have Nolan Gross in P13 with Dean Barron in P14. Row number 8, you're going to have Austin Wright in P15 with Peyton Bass in P16. Moving on to row number 9, you're going to have Bryson Richardson in P17 with Harvey Horspool in P18. And then we're going to have row number 10, Ty Corrino in P19 with David McCullough in P20. And then farting it up at the end, row number 11, Jesse Canales, P21. All right, we want to get on board with these guys.
Yep, as we are getting the starting grid fired up here. I'm going to take over calling it here. You can see the headlights are on. I believe Metal is issuing those penalties that need to be issued out as we are rolling. The beautiful Porsche pace car bringing us through. Beautiful sunset. Looks nice with the rain on the track. Absolutely, well, I would say absolutely gorgeous evening here in Le Mans, but probably not if you are in one of these cars. Look at these 2-1-2 drivers going 1-2-3 with Lewis Hunter HHR racing in 4th and 5th with Cesar Colon Torres. Josh Howard with an impressive qualifying spot, starting the AM division up in 6th place as well. I believe we have a few more turns here, and we will be having these drivers underway for an hour and a half of racing. 90 minutes at Le Mans. Metal, are the penalties issued?
Penalties are issued.
Beautiful.
For the drivers that are present.
Correct. Alrighty. And you can see the beautiful pace car has pulled in. You hear the sirens. The green flag is out, and we are underway for an hour and a half at Le Mans. You can see how much rain we are looking at. Let's take a quick
already off the track.
Point of view from the hood of Josh Howard's car as we're starting to go into the first turn. Oh, Josh Howard losing it in the rain.
Oh,
getting up
puts it onto the wall very slightly.
Into the wall. James Pierce.
It's getting crazy out there.
It is already getting crazy.
Looks
Drivers.
like Chris Jones may have already looped it around a little bit.
Oh, yep. New driver to the league. Actually just signed up officially today. So welcome to the league, Chris Jones. I hope it gets better for you.
What a debut, right? Just starting it all off.
Ooh, Cesar Colon Torres.
Oh,
whoa.
Trying to get back. Tough spot to be stopped right
Absolutely.
there on the track. But luckily, everyone was able to get around him and didn't have too many issues going on. It's already a wet one out here as puddles are already forming.
Yes, we have the rain at Le Mans. This is making it very difficult for drivers to see. Very difficult for them to remember their braking points, their positioning, as we are coming in to the first.
I believe Kokeko had crashed out, and he's being towed back to the pits. That's going to be a long tow.
Oh, my. Let's take a look and see what happened there. So we are watching the 370. Although it's very difficult to tell which car is the 370. Oh, yep. He
Goes
he
around
was
with
the one that
Caesar.
looped it with Caesar Colon Torres.
Yes.
And he just decided to tow rather than straighten her out. So he is in the
Yeah.
pits here.
He also had to serve a penalty as well, so might as well
Correct.
get it out of the way.
Rip off the Band-Aid as James Pierce in the 212 Ferrari is leading us. A driver very familiar with the front portion of these races, being followed by Lucas Wall, another driver familiar with the front of the races here. And Lewis Hunter, not far off pace there. A couple BMWs running up front, trying to keep up with that Ferrari.
Doing a pretty good job. Dylan Harris, right now, most of these drivers have already started to go. Looks like Chris Jones may have looped it around another time, coming through the second chicane.
As I'm showing, Nolan Gross has a yellow flag slowdown here. Maybe he accidentally cut the track.
Not really the time. Not the time to be cutting tracks is when it's wet. You know.
Right.
The driving line isn't over there, so there's a lot of water piled up there. These cars haven't had a chance to throw it out, but and so like driving in the rain in a simulation is also it's rough, and these guys are going to have a very rough race today, as we see they get a little bit of contact there, a little rubbing, I believe is what they call it.
You can see Bryson Richardson and Les Monday running side by side, or they were side by side. And with David McCullough right there sitting in that beautiful draft that they're giving, full of water.
Full of water.
Good thing these cars have the windshield wipers. Hopefully these drivers remember to put the wet tires on. Everyone seems like they have.
Someone I want to note, Josh Howard falling down 8 positions, already starting to get back up.
Yes.
And he's starting to come alive in that Porsche.
Yep. And the history, a little bit of history with Josh Howard and myself. Josh, I know one of his favorite tracks, I believe, is Le Mans. Whoa, as you can see, Les Monday getting her a little bit too sideways and catching that inside tire barrier. Fortunately, it was tires and not the concrete on either side of that.
Yeah.
So
hopefully not too much significant damage. Get him back out. Maybe pull it into pits to get a little repairs done. See a little scuff marks on that front end.
As I believe
back to your story with Josh Howard.
Josh Howard just had an off track. I believe that Le Mans is one of his favorite tracks. I'm not sure Le Mans in the rain, how that stacks up here.
Yeah. Most people, doesn't matter what track they're at, as soon as rain gets involved, most of them they don't want to be here.
To be truthful,
there's no air conditioning. It's open air inside the cab. It's going to get really wet and moist in there. Dean Barron may have spun it around.
The little bit of racing that I've done, I enjoy driving in the rain. I find it comforting. But the problem is that I don't enjoy driving around a bunch of other cars. Ooh, looks like Ty Carino is backwards.
Yep, Ty Carino
heading the wrong way on a one-way street.
Yeah. Careful that the police don't see you.
Yes. The thing I don't love about the rain here is, let me see if I can find the camera, is this view here that Austin Wright, you can see the amount of rain coming off of that car here. Let's see. I'm trying to find someone in a battle. Maybe right here. We're on board with Peyton Bass. You can see this Porsche. Very, very low visibility when you're in the rain coming off of these cars. You really have to try to get side by side with the driver just to be able to see. When you're in that mist coming off the back of the cars, you cannot see your braking points. You're kind of just going off a feel. You have very limited visibility. along with the less amount of traction that these cars have because you're in the rain. So you can see he's got the windshield wiper working. It helps some, but when you're getting up close and you're in the draft of the car in front of you, it's really, really hard to have vision around your
Yes.
what you're trying to look at here.
Very difficult. Very difficult.
All of our drivers just make it look easy. That's what it is they're making it look a lot easier than it is.
The Buzzsaw is requesting we ride around with Trevor Wilson for a little bit.
Trevor Wilson, in-car. We're getting, would you rather have an in-car or an on-car? Trevor Wilson currently in 17th place here in the number 08 Ford. As he is rolling around kind of that point of Lima. And he is trying to catch up to Austin right there in the 222. You can just hear the V8 power of this Mustang down these stretches, just
Absolutely.
letting her eat.
And having that ray beam on the track. Stunning visualization.
Absolutely beautiful. Love this track. Hate the rain. Gonna cheer him on from the pits. Love that. Love that. That's coming from the Buzzsaw.
Yes.
Trevor Wilson trying to work his way. I don't know what happened. He's down 5 positions, so I'm not sure if he got caught into something early on or what. He did lose 5.
Ooh, looks like Dave McCall might have had a little bit of an issue.
We go take a look at that. Pick on Dave for a minute. So, whoa! Oh my lord, he had an issue.
Just a little bit. Might be in the infield care center. At
I
the moment.
believe Dave the Hammer McCullough might be in the infield care center after an absolutely terrifying ride. You can see that Mustang goes sideways, catches side traction, and up and over she goes. Just a tumbling. Absolutely terrifying.
Tried very hard to catch it, but just couldn't get it to catch.
Wow. Went for a scary slide. You could see he kind of hit the border of the track and the car disappeared there. Let's see if we can get another angle of this wreck possibly. You can see he's following Bryson Richardson, gets up on the paint. That paint is very slippery. He's trying to make the track as wide as he can, and that car just comes around in the paint. And this thing just goes sideways. And if you're familiar with NASCAR, hitting the grass or hitting the sand sideways is always, always terrifying. And you can see the 333 Mustang, the driver for Summit Motorsports, absolutely catapulted up in the air. A horrific wreck. And I believe that might probably end the night for the 333 machine. As you can see, there's no rear wing on that car.
They just put some tires on there,
and
out he goes.
The team slapped a wing on, put tires on, gave him a pat on the butt, changed his diaper, and told him to keep her rolling.
Go get him, Tiger. This race is all yours.
Shane Haar says, Dave, are you alive? Talk to me, man. So we are back live. And the 333 is back alive.
Alive as well. Back up front, James Pierce currently holding his own fellow teammate, Lucas Wall, right behind within a second as they're able to make it through. And look out, but Lewis Hunter is also there. Not that far behind in the rearview mirror of these two drivers. Right now, team 212. Making it work.
As Jesse Canales is in the pits serving his penalty.
That is correct.
Austin Wright may have crashed. Let's take a look there. Driver of the 222 Mercedes. Let's see what happened. He's coming into the bus stop, coming through. Leaving the bus stop. Oh, he catches the curb. Oh! Hits it off that inside wall. Looks like maybe some front end damage, but nothing too catastrophic. Squared it up pretty well.
All right, we'll be right back.
Sounds good. James Pierce used to be in Lights Out Fast here. No different this week. Here at Le Mans. Carrying just an absolute ton of speed in this 212, number 212 Ferrari. And towing along his teammate Lucas Wall in the BMW. James Pierce, we were just talking about how fast he is. He just set down the fastest lap of the race. Is a 4:19.31 in the rain, which is an incredible time to put down. Peyton Bass here in the Ferrari making some moves. He's up 12 positions.
Doing a pretty good job. P4, not bad in the rain.
Garage 95 Porsche 911 making it up here into the 4th place position. He is on the move. Dylan Harris in the Porsche right behind him. And Cesar Colon Torres. We saw Cesar earlier. A little bit crooked. One of the turns. Doinked the inside wall. And now he is having the repercussion, trying to get his way back up to where he was. He's only lost one spot due to that. But gotta get his way working back forward. We know that Mustang's got a lot of speed in it. We've seen it firsthand last week at Charlotte. Another Mustang here of Matt Morrison. In the Pro Spill number 5, Bryson Richardson's Rainier Mercedes. Bryson's being chased down by none other than Harvey Horspool in his HHR Mustang.
You gotta watch out from the men from across the pond, because they are lethal.
Yes, they can be.
Ty Carino may have crashed.
Logan Cambrone in the HHR Lamborghini. Saw him last week, had some good speed at Charlotte. Let's take a look. Yeah, Ty Carino may have went around. Watching this Corvette here in the front, number 62. I believe it's a gray Corvette. Yeah, it's gray with the lime green accents. Coming into the bus stop. Oh, and just sent it in a little too hard. Peels it off the track. Looks like no harm, no foul. Lets everyone get around him. And on the right track, he gets going.
That's the problem with rain out there. These cars will hydroplane like none other.
Dean Barron back here. That Mercedes, number 84. You see Chris Jones is behind him, but I believe Chris is a lap down. I believe Chris went into the pits earlier. Back up front, 212 Racing. James Pierce still leading us along. As we have been live for, well, this race has been underway about 17 minutes, and we're just finishing up to begin the 4th lap. Tells you how big this track is.
It is a little big one. I believe Tyler Kokeko might be coming back out, as well as Jesse Canales.
Teammates. They're got a plan to work together here.
Nolan Gross goes off track and he's getting towed.
And you can see the 212 drivers looking like they pulled out at an interesting time to help a teammate out. So you can see James Pierce is leading it. Lucas Wall just behind him. And I believe... Nope, that is Jesse Canales running in that pack as well. So Jesse Canales possibly trying to work with the teammates, make a team atmosphere out here, keep up maybe some protection. Or at least get a little draft pack going together here.
Team trying to work with each other, help each other out.
Yep. As Tyler Kokeko just up ahead of him. Possibly backing down to let them catch if they're going to all run together as a pack here.
Do we want to take a look at Nolan Gross's tow event?
I'm not showing a Nolan Gross. I am showing a Dylan Harris just crashed.
So it didn't show a crash. 21:53, he goes off track, and then, 21:37 goes off track, comes back on track 15 seconds later, and then
Sure, I see that.
All she wrote.
All right, so Nolan Gross. Whoa, big spin. Big spin. Well, he kept it off the wall, and he kept it on all 4. Possibly stalled the car rolling backwards that much. Let's hit the fast forward here. Oh, and he decided to tow it.
Okay.
We're showing a Logan Cambron. Cambrone? I'm not sure. I never know which one that is. Cambrone sounds good. He sets into one of our first turns here. Oh, got a little high, wide, and handsome up into the paint on the rumbles, and around he goes. Just off track, and we're showing a Dylan Harris may have crashed as well. Let's take a look here in this 911. 911. Wide open coming into one of the bus stops. Oh, just got on the brakes a little too much. Slid through the bus stop. Gets himself straightened right, facing the right direction. And back out he goes. And then we're showing an Austin Wright may have crashed. Austin back here running in the rain like the others. One of them tighter turns and just loses the back of that car. Ooh, noses it into the wall. I'm wondering if that's like the similar spot to where he did that earlier. I don't remember exactly where his earlier wreck was at, but it looked almost identical to that one.
Yeah.
But back live, we've got a pair of 212 up front. A whole pile
Another
of them.
pair
A
of
whole-
212s.
A whole gaggle of 212s.
A cornucopia.
A cornucopia of 212 drivers. A congress of 212s, yes.
Ooh, looks like Harvey Horsebull is having some trouble.
Ooh, Harvey may have crashed. Let's take a look here. The driver in the HHR Mustang in the middle. Brings him just in front of Josh Howard. Gets up onto the paint and just loses that car. Ooh, a hard hit on that inside wall. Doesn't look like a lot of damage. He did square that up pretty hard. Allowed his teammate by, and it looks like Harvey's going to roll her into the pits there. And that he does.
I think it was just the car telling him that he needed to go in to get looked at.
Sure, yeah.
I'm tired, boss. Two all together now.
James Pierce is still showing us the way here at Lamar with Lucas Wall just behind him there. A couple of their team drivers are a couple laps down, but I believe that they're up this far trying to help out the team best they can.
That's what it looks like here, Fred. And it looks like a lot of the moisture has left the track as we're not seeing too much of a rooster tail from these vehicles now.
Does look
So
like
it might be starting to dry up a little bit. So the question is, do you stay on wets or do you ever switch out for slicks?
so. It's going to be an interesting call here if we open up our weather. What are we looking at? We're still at 75% chance of more rain coming in. So track is drying. You can see small moisture coming off of the car, a little rooster tail of some rain dust, as my wife would call it.
Rain dust.
I don't know if you go in and put the dries on yet. And then if you put the dries on, what do you do if it starts raining again? Because there's kind of percentage that it's going to be raining kind of throughout the night. So, see, Jesse Canales went off track. Let's take a look at that. Ooh, Mustang slip sliding away. One of the two Mustangs in the 212 pack here just kind of drifts her around the turn. Doing the cool Tokyo drift. Wow, almost taking out his teammate there. Lucas Wall almost getting into him. So he's able to get that car squared back away. Back on the road he goes. So it looks like
As
Peyton
we're seeing
Bass.
our leaders pulling in.
Yep, all the leaders pulling them in. Lucas Wall, James Pierce, Lewis Hunter, Peyton Bass. All pulling it in.
I
Josh
see-
Hunter pulling her in.
I see that the Porsche's getting some tires.
Bryson Richardson. Logan Cambrone pulling it in.
Must be fuel.
I'm assuming fuel. They can make it almost 6 laps. As do we see Dean Barron? He's pulling her in. Caesar staying out. Caesar staying out.
Well, he pit on the last lap.
Right.
So he's got fuel.
It's James Pierce, Lucas Wall able to get back out front here again. Lewis Hunter trying to catch up. Now, it makes you wonder, did any of these drivers put dries on?
Well, we'll know based off of their lap times. So right now they're averaging about a 4:20. And if they're on slicks, they should be about 4 minutes.
HHR drivers linking up with each other here. Harvey and Logan have been running near each other all night. David McCullough with a terrifying wreck earlier, somehow able to get that car back in the race. We were almost certain he was going to be done after that car went kind of tumble rolling out into the weeds. They were able to get that car towed back to the pits.
And you know, the doctor may have said, "Hey, you need to put it away," and he may have just straight up just told the doctor, "No,
Yeah.
put me back out there."
We're seeing Harvey Horspool may have crashed. Just watching him here. He's coming into that second bus stop. Ooh, and that car just locks her up. Cold tires. Yeah, I'm thinking this might have been a telemedicine call to the infield care center as he just stayed in the car the entire time.
just radioed up the doc. So it's starting to get dark out now. What would be going through your mind, Fred, if you were out here as the sunlight starting to go away?
Well, I think on that last pit stop, I may have drank like an energy drink, maybe a coffee, real quick while we were getting some fuel. Just as a little stay away, because I'm pretty poor at driving at nighttime. I also wonder about the headlight filters of the IMSA yellow on the front of my car as well. Is that going to impair my vision looking at a yellow all night instead of the usually clear white? Cesar Torres setting on a fast time. I'm going to assume he puts some dry tires on. But the nighttime, I think you just have to focus on hitting your marks. I mean, you do the same stuff in the daytime, but add darkness. So, oh, Dave, no. Good
No, it got a little wide
save.
there.
Good save
Good
for the
save.
333 machine here.
Looked like Logan Carbone might have had some issues.
Oh, let's take a look at that. But I think I'm focusing on like just my track memory, trying to remember all of my steering points, my braking points, all of that. As the sun is setting, you are forgetting, not forgetting, but the visual of them is dissipating. Oh, as Cambrone goes around, good avoidance by Harvey, just touches the wall. Doesn't seem like any harm or no foul, so he's able to get that Lamborghini straightened up and back on the right track. As you can see, the 212 machines have all packed together in the front of this race again. As James Pierce is leading it, but is following the drivers that are laps down of Jesse Canales, Tyler Kokeko, and you can see Lucas Wall there as well. So the leader is in the Ferrari, second place is in the Beamer, and the two Fords are in 19th and 20th. Dylan Harris back here. Kind of by himself. He's about 22 seconds behind Caesar and about 11 seconds ahead of Matt Morrison here just behind him. So running a clean, fair race. Hoping that someone goobers something up at some point. Caesar showing some good speed. He's working his best to try to catch up to Peyton Bass. Metal, I sent you a DM on the side.
Alrighty, get to that in a moment. It's very busy, very busy.
No, you are good to go. There's absolutely zero rush. We are just watching James Pierce wheeler around the front of this race here. So I believe their attempt is trying to draft with these Fords to try to get a separation going. I believe is the plan. As Jesse Canales just put down the fastest lap of the race at a 4:17. Up here racing with his teammates.
Dilly dilly.
Whoa! Oh, hard hit. I believe that was
Oh, no.
Kokeko. Tyler Kokeko's toe into the pit. Wow, really quickly toe into the pits.
Yeah,
Let's take a
they're
look
very
at that.
fast.
Where did that happen at? How did we miss it?
That's right. It's coming right up here.
All right, we're watching this Mustang in that kind of that third place position here in the
He got
in
into the
pad.
paint. He got into the paint.
Up in the paint, hard into the wall. And he tows her back to the pits. Lewis Hunter here preparing for his nighttime jaunt. Ugh. The folks at home, what are you all looking forward to in a night race? Put yourself in one of these cars. What are you thinking is the hardest part of night? Assuming it doesn't start raining again. Visibility is obviously restricted just to headlights. There's no or not much of any track lighting here. Maybe some natural ambient light, as this does kind of come through like a factory area. Some inner town things, but there's no street lamps, there's no stadium lights, there's none of that. Guessing the cars by headlights, yes. Yep, that's always a challenge, always a fun one. Especially if you get into multi-class. Then you're trying to determine if the car behind you is racing you or if he's like an LMP or a GTP trying to get around you. As we're seeing Harvey may have crashed again. Let's take a look here.
He didn't have to emphasis the again part.
As we're seeing Harvey may have crashed here. Oh, looks like an almost identical spin to earlier. Definitely struggling with this bus stop here. As remember earlier, without saying the word again, I believe that is the same bus stop where he went around in front of Logan Cabrone. Bryson Richardson holding some decent pace here in the 9th place position. He's up 8 spots.
Doing a pretty good job.
I gotta say, I kind of like that. The purple lighting on that car looks very cool. Yeah, we get her.
I never would have thought that would have been regulation. Here we are.
But here we are. I do think it looks pretty neat. We get to look at kind of some of the night lighting. You'll notice their numbers in their number panel light up a different at nighttime. The number panel on their door or sometimes on their fender, that's actually illuminated at nighttime. See, James Pierce stands out very well with the 212 on the back there. You can see a little bit of green for his position. Then you can see the BMW, no night lighting at all, I don't believe. Just headlights. I don't think there's any interior lights, and I don't think there's any exterior lights.
Well, I mean, they don't need lights for anything. It's a Beamer.
True, they don't have signal lights. You can see Peyton Bass in the Porsche. You can see in the rear windshield, kind of has an outline. I believe that is a purple color. Pink or purple. Kind of hard to see. Let's see if we got a different camera angle on him here. Should be able to get a glimpse there. You can see the purple 04 in the back. That is his night lighting color. Looks like he's running some blue-ish interior lights. Caesar in the Mustang, I believe same deal. The lighting around the 5, the strip in the rear windshield. Look, we were just looking at Bryson Richardson. Them like bluish purple lights running down the sides of the car. That looks real sharp, in my opinion. And Logan Cabrone here. See what Lambo has, if anything. Might be a little difficult to see as he's being hunted by David McCullough right now. We'll keep an eye on this battle to see just how long this Lamborghini can hang on, hold away from that Mustang, or does the Mustang have anything for this Lamborghini? Oh, and he's going to get the slowdown, so assuming once he serves that, the McCullough ride will just be driving right on by. You can see David McCullough approaching up the Logan Cambrone machine.
Dylan Harris, coming in here with Dilly Dilly.
Dilly. Isn't Dylan Harris racing right now? Shouldn't he be not
Maybe.
texting and driving?
You mean, should he be focused?
Like this Dylan Harris?
It's not like there's any water or anything on the track.
Or that it's getting into nighttime. What if a deer jumped out in front of him? Or a kangaroo?
Yes.
There's a lot of kangaroos
kangaroo.
in France.
That's what you got to worry about.
Josh Howard, Matt Morrison battling side by side just behind Dylan Harris here. For those that don't understand the kangaroo, it was during the Aussie Supercar. I believe it was an Aussie Supercar race. Maybe it was a GT3 race. At Bathurst this year, a Mustang hit a kangaroo, ran across the track. Or if you go to VIR, Virginia International Raceway actually had contact with a deer during one of their races. A deer ran across the track in the middle of the race. These two putting on quite a show for us here. Ford versus Porsche.
Yeah. Nice, clean racing, though.
It does. Yeah, it is good, clean racing. I gotta say, Matt Morrison doing good holding his own. He is primarily an oval driver. Kind of trying to get his feet wet here in the GT style, the road course racing. I kind of think he hopped into this just hoping to gain some knowledge to help him when his oval leagues go to road courses, and I think he just enjoyed driving these cars, and well, now he's getting some knowledge and racing with some of the best drivers out there. Josh Howard is not backing down. This is for position. This is for 7th position. And this will be for 2nd place of the AM division. So this is a pretty good battle happening up here. As Josh Howard does get the overtake. Gets around him. Looks like he's going to make it stick, but Matt Morrison's going to put it back on that outside. He's trying to set up the turn here as they're side-by-side battling. Howard with the advantage. Morrison just behind, trying to maybe set up a crossover. Josh Howard with the off track. That is going to give him the slowdown penalty. Got to let Morrison back by, but we are in a straight, so I don't think Howard's going to lose too much of that as he's going to pull the draft off the back of that Mustang. So one thing that we're going to see as well, not only like the sun is going down, the track is slowly drying. It's going to take longer to dry now that there is no sun. But another thing we might see is the track cooling. The track is going to start getting a little bit more cool now that the sun is set, which usually will start playing with some lap times here. Ooh, as Matt Morrison slides her off track there. Let's get another look and see what happened.
Yeah, it just looked like you pushed the car a little hard there.
Looks like it.
With Josh.
They were battling pretty firm there. I'm not sure. Maybe he missed his braking point. Oh, no, he caught the paint on the inside curb. Caught the paint on the inside curb. That upset the car, and now he's got his work cut out for him to try to catch that tailor-made Porsche. So it looks like Ty Carino. So we had kind of 3 back-to-back-to-back crashes, and I'm wondering if they might be of the same wreck. So first one, I'm not sure, but first one here is Logan Cambron. Cambron? We'll never know. We'll figure it out one day.
We'll never know.
Okay, so he loops it, but we're going to keep an eye on this car for a second. Backs her out. Right, and he gets her going, so no harm, no foul there. Okay, so we're going to go to Ty Carino here. They're just all very close in time, so I wasn't sure if they were all collected together. So Ty Carino here. He's coming into the bus stop. And loopity-doopities around. And he leaves the bus stop. Okay. And then Les Monday has a problem. These are all right about at the same time. Les showing he does not have a rear wing on this car, so he's not going to have much downforce on the back of this car as well. You can see that is why that car kind of just came around in an inconspicuous spot. Les does not have the proper wing on that car.
I wonder where he lost it.
I am not sure. He had a 14-second off track. And it's showing a wing here. Oh my! I figured out where Les lost the wing. That is 2 cars in this event have gone up and over. I surely hope that Les is all right after that. That is a scary wreck. That is not the direction that you want a Ferrari going. Coming over the hill there. Going through the off track. This sand gravel stuff has just proven to be dangerous. Catches. You see he goes off track. That gravel just digs in. Car up and over, up and over. See, the wing comes off. Other parts and pieces flying around. Fortunately, the car lands on all fours. He's able to drive away. We just hope that Les knows that he doesn't have a rear wing and can get this car into a pit stop to let the crew take a look at it. Les does pull her into the pits, so safe call there. As the leader is approaching, James Pierce staying out. Can't imagine he has all too much fuel, unless he is fuel saving. Take a look here.
Yeah, I can only imagine what the radio call would have been like. You know, just Les Mundane calls up to his crew chief, just be like, I don't know what's going on. She just spins whenever I try to turn her, and he's just like, yes, you don't have a rear wing.
Yes. Now, I do think one of the more fortunate things for Les, not sure why 212 drivers are blinking their lights so much. Do they have someone ahead of them? I don't believe so. Unless they're just putting on a show. They have such a lead, maybe they're bored.
Do they know that there's still another half hour of racing left?
That would be pretty funny if they didn't. Okay, so I believe... I don't know. James Pierce is just button mashing his blinky lights, putting on a good strobe there. You can see they're working around Chris Jones now. But, yeah, we heard that Les is all right, and the thing that saved him is they've actually installed a recliner, an armchair for a race seat in that Ferrari.
Yeah. That is exactly why the lights are flashing? Because the race is over?
That is exactly why the lights are flashing.
No, that was me asking. That was me asking Tyler. What's he?
Yes, I'm in agreement. I'm not sure why the lights are flashing. They are bored. Yes. Okay.
Okay.
Assumed so.
Well, I mean, if they're that bored, just slow it down a little bit.
Yeah. Give yourself a drive
Yeah.
here. Give yourself some competition here.
Yeah, slow it down, Brad.
They're
Let
up
someone up.
8 seconds on Lewis Hunter. And Peyton Bass back here as well. About 5 seconds behind Lewis Hunter and 5 seconds ahead of Cesar Torres.
Oh, it looks like Trevor Wilson might have had some issues.
Oh, let's take a look. Trevor Wilson. Oh, missing a braking point. You can see that one gets into the paint, around, skid, kept her off the wall. If you got a wreck, that's one of the cleanest ways to do it right there. Kept her out of the tire barriers. Made sure to drag plenty of debris across the track for the other drivers to worry about. And away he goes.
You don't want them to have it easy.
No. Matt Morrison back here. Bryson Richardson. I can't tell if it's my eyes deceiving me, but certain angles of the light strips on Bryson's car give me a purple color, and then other angles give me a blue color. So maybe I'm just kind of going blue colorblind or something.
I would say that they're purple.
It's like from a distance they're purple, but I feel like when we're up close they're blue.
I think that might be an LED effect.
It could be the LED effect. It is a cool effect. I'll give them that. I do like these lights. I wasn't a fan at first, but they've grown on me, and I now like them.
They are fantastic to look at. Almost kind of looks like an AutoZone special, you know? Where you just go to your local parts store and they have all this underglow and you just grab it all and just slap it all over the car.
Yes. They're just stuck on with 3M adhesive.
Which is some pretty good adhesive. Don't knock on the 3M tape.
No, I'm not knocking on it at all. I use it.
So we got half an hour left of this race here at Le Mans, end of the evening.
Yeah, about a half hour left. I hope these drivers are at least enjoying the track. It's it seems like it's given its own challenge all night with the rain, track drying, the darkness. It was awesome to see these cars at nighttime, not with stadium lights on them, just out naturally in the darkness, which is just a lot of fun for me. You can see here. Let's go back to Josh Howard here. We're gonna see what he sees. This is what it's like in these cars at night. So they do have some decent lighting. You can see the ambient blue light inside of Josh Howard's Porsche here, as we're kind of on the GoPro on his helmet. So he's got a nice ambient blue to allow him to see inside of the car, and every once in a while it shifts more towards a natural lighting as it picks up some ambient light off the track there. But if we go to one of the leaders up front, Lewis Hunter doesn't have any interior lighting, minus just his button displays lighting up. So not much of the interior lighting, and you can see just the difference in the headlights here. Take a look at like the BMW style headlights to the Porsche style headlights, how much they're able to see. The Mustang here, maybe if we go up on top of the car, here you go. Here's a good view of what these drivers are seeing with their headlights. Go back to Bryson Richardson. Mercedes with notably one of the better headlight kind of setups. Very, very bright. Take a look here at James Pierce as well, as he is just ripping through the S's. And he heard his name, and he's back on the blinky lights.
Yeah, heard his name.
Doing the
They're
big,
watching me.
doing the big swervies. Just driving it way off track. A large, large off track.
That will be quite the slowdown.
That's going to give him a little bit of a slowdown.
Hopefully he didn't damage that car too much. Looks like he's able to get the car back under control and continuing to keep it going out here. So right now, James Pierce, your leader. And 5 seconds behind James Pierce is going to be Lucas Wall in that BMW. 7 seconds behind that's going to be Lewis Hunter for P3. That is your pro driver podiums. And currently leading it for the AM division, Josh Howard with a commanding lead from pit road. As Dylan Harris is right behind him, also looking for a win for AM. So both of these Porsches are going to be battling out with each other with 26 minutes left of this race. As Dylan Harris is starting to pull away from Josh Howard, capturing the lead right now for.
As we're showing Logan Cambrone crashed and now has a meatball.
Oh, let's take a look.
As you can see, there's no wing on that car. Not sure what happened with that, but that's not going to be very fun for the rear downforce of this machine. Oh, really not fun. Oh, hard left rear into that. Knocked the rear lights out of that machine. I knocked the left rear toe link out of it. He is back in the pits.
Might have some damage after that.
Tyler Kokenko, I may be in the Discord while watching the broadcast after DNFing.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe. Connor Price, wish I could have made it, guys. Looks like a blast. The blast was when there was a 0% chance of rain, and it was pouring rain at the start of it.
Yes. Just a good old surprise.
Well, hang on, rephrase. There was a 3% chance of rain.
We got all of that percent.
So currently, our hard charger, Peyton Bass here, all the way up to now 3rd place, snuck ahead of Lewis Hunter. And now you got to
Definitely.
think.
Go ahead.
Well, we're almost 20 minutes left in this race. These drivers are definitely going to have to pit at least one more. Well, definitely one more time. I feel like there's going to be some interesting late race strategy calls. Because I'm just seeing James Pierce. I'm not recording a last pit lap. My data doesn't show that he has pit yet this race. I know he has, but
lap 6.
Lap 6, okay. And I'm showing Lucas Wall, Peyton Bass, and Lewis Hunter all pit on lap 17. Cesar Colon Torres pit.
Oh, that's interesting.
This
They don't
lap.
show me that. You said lap 17?
Lap 7, sorry.
Oh.
Lap
Okay.
7.
I was about to say, I was like, be interesting because we haven't even made 17. It's crazy to think at this track here, we've been live for an hour and 10 minutes, and we haven't even hit 16 laps.
Yes, this is quite a large race. I feel like when we go to the Nordschleife for the last race of the year, we're probably only going to do about 5 laps for a 2-hour race, it seems. That is going to be a crazy 2-hour stint to crown our champion. You can hear the pit whistles as they are pulling in. The top 4 in the class, all in the pits. That is going to give this lead to Cesar Torres, who just pit. So he's going to be
Nice call.
on quite an advantage here if he can catch. If he can catch, which he does have quite a ways to go. And you can see the rain.
The rain, shows
The
up.
rain is going to start for the last 20 minutes of this race.
I
Ladies
don't think he's going to be able to catch him. A little bit too far ahead. James Pierce coming out of the pits.
David McCullough in chat, still pulling sand out of some very strange places, but I am okay. Putting dries on for a pit was also not a brilliant idea.
Yeah.
Well,
Live
Dave,
and
I
let learn.
take with a grain of salt what a broadcaster would teach. With the water falling out of the sky, I would not put dries back on.
I mean, it'd make it interesting. As Peyton Bass, who was able to get around Lewis Hunter, did lose quite a bit off of that last pit. And interesting to know what was the call for the pit.
Peyton Bass?
Yeah, Peyton Bass.
Why did he
Peyton
pit?
Bass had slid up. No. He had slid up to P3. And then as he got around, said Lucas Wall missed the chicane.
Yeah, he just went through the emergency on that chicane there.
Hard racing, I think, with James Pierce. But what I'm saying is Peyton Bass was in P3 entering the pits and then comes out 40 seconds after the rest of the leaders pulled out.
Oh, so why was he
in the pits for so long?
So he does have an off track right before he went into the pits. So maybe if he towed, let's take a look here and see what happened. All right, so he did miss his turn. Oh, that was for the pits. So maybe a black flag pulling into the pits. He may have had a slowdown, which could have resulted in a hold. Because he did cut track heading into the pits. He came across that that gravel area.
Oh, it could have, maybe. Unsafe pit entry. Which is a 40-second hold.
Let's see. They would do the fuel. That's where it started raining. Just fast forwarding. Did not take tires. I'm assuming he did have a hold of some nature. It looks like James Pierce and Lucas Wall are racing it out now here. So we are coming into almost the final 15 minutes of this event. James Pierce looking a little loose on exit, getting a little too heavy into that throttle too quickly. As he hears his name and does the big swervies in front of his teammate. As Lewis Hunter seems like he is slowly closing the gap here. Kind of trying to keep up with the 2-on-2 machines.
Looking at Dylan Harris may have gone around.
Let's take a look at that. Dylan Harris, yeah. It is definitely raining now. This is definitely going to shake up the end of the race here. See the rain falling. It is screwing up the braking points. Dylan Harris just loses it coming. Oh, wow. Oh, he backs it into the wall. Loses the rear wing. That is not going to be good for the leader of the AM division right now. No rear wing on that machine. He's got Matt Morrison behind him looking to pick up his first ever. Matt Morrison trying to pick up his first ever GT win. So, going to be interesting. We're going to keep an eye here on Dylan Harris without a rear wing.
See, sliding a little bit. That rear end is definitely loose. Doesn't have that down force. And what really hards is if you brake hard, the car will tilt forward and it will lift the rear up. So as he's going to come into the pits, get that rear wing, that is going to give the lead to Matt Morrison.
Matt Morrison is going to come around.
Who would have thought that you would be this part of the race with the rain coming out and you're leading it for the AM?
One of the newer guys to GT Racing leading in his race, and an honest lead too. It's not like something completely crazy happened. You just had a driver make a mistake. So as long as he can hang on, hit his marks, and run a nice clean line for the rest of this race, it should be his. Next driver behind him is going to be Josh Howard, but Josh is about 13 seconds off of him. So unless something catastrophic happens for the 5, he's sitting in pretty good spots for the final 12 minutes of this race.
Just got to keep it calm, hit your marks. Don't need to worry about pushing it. You're leading for your division. Yes, the higher overall finish would look good, but do you want to risk losing your podium for the AM? Ty Carino off track. Might have to readjust with all the rain that is happening.
Yeah, a lot of drivers having to kind of maybe back her down a little bit. I'm expecting we're going to be seeing some slower lap times here. As it looks like even our race leader, his last lap was a 5-minute 3-second. His best is a 4:15. That was because of the pit stop.
Of the pit.
Yeah.
As you can see with this driver,
James Pierce,
sitting in a decent. Well, I don't want to say his name too many times because then you pop up out of the TV screen.
Yeah, does he just like appear like Beetlejuice?
Yeah. It's happening.
It is funny. He knows when he is on display. We say his name and he appears. He's like Joe Hendry.
Yes. As Lucas Wall is starting to rapidly approach. Coming into that first chicane on that backside. As James Pierce is trying to find the driest part of the track. Can't seem to find it in any of his lanes. Maybe he's trying to evenly distribute the water out.
Did they just
Lucas
hit?
gets around. Yes, and they
the
just tapped
leaders
again.
are smashing into each other here. That is one way to make competition for yourself.
That it is.
Let's take a look here as we just had the leaders kind of come together as it looks like Lucas may have missed a breaking point. See if we can get a different camera angle here. Watch that BMW in second here. As James is on the brakes, Lucas catches that left rear. Fortunate that there wasn't much that they were able to maintain. Maintaining that there wasn't a lot of damage there.
Yeah, very lucky. That could have gone significantly different. As we have 7 minutes left of Le Mans. As we just finished going through Indianapolis, getting ready to go on the way to the Porsche curves.
Oh,
And
as James Pierce loops it.
James Pierce loops it around a little bit, unable to get control of that car. Gives up. Lucas Wall, your new race leader. Lewis Hunter on the hunt now.
Lewis Hunter about 5 seconds behind James Pierce. Now I'm not sure. It'd be interesting to see if James is running with slicks. Because that Ferrari hasn't been loose this entire time. I understand the rain is back out, but it looks like this car is just extremely loose. So I'm not sure if he's just backing out of it and just trying to have fun at the end of the race here. But that car looks like it's having a tough time handling.
Is starting to catch up to Lucas Wall. James Pierce trying to catch back up. I did the first 3 laps on dries. Oh boy.
That is Chris
Question
Jones.
Yes, just curious, did you learn your lesson?
So, Chris, I'm sure you weren't here in the broadcast for the beginning of it, but we were saying this race was not supposed to be rain. Looking at the session, it says no rain. Looking at the forecast, the max amount of rain is 3% chance that it's going to rain. So, the fact that iRacing is just putting us in a rainstorm is crazy.
James Pierce now side by side with Lucas Wall as they get ready to go through. Lucas Wall allows James Pierce by. It's Le Mans. It always rains.
That is true. James is pretty unstoppable. There's not a lot of drivers that have gotten hit, spun out in the same lap, and drove it back to the lead in the same lap. You'd say he has Le Mans on easy mode today.
As we're coming up here, based off of their track position, gonna say I think we're gonna be doing one more lap, Fred.
I do agree. It looks like, I believe by the time we get to the start-finish line, the race won't be fully concluded, so we will get a true white flag.
as they're coming up to Indianapolis right now. Exit at the corner with ease, as they are now on their way to the Porsche turns, or the curves. Excuse me, the Porsche curves.
Yeah, this James has been pretty unstoppable this entire race. As he is about to come into his last lap here. Look back here, Matt Morrison. I mean, crazy run. He's been on top of it. Next place back is Dylan Harris, 30 seconds off place. Position-wise, Bryson Richardson is a pro, but he is just behind him, about 12 seconds off pace. But Matt Morrison with a hell of a run. And he's looking to pick up his first AM victory, as he's going to be taking the white flag here in just a few short minutes.
As we're coming into the last 20 seconds of the race, James Pierce out in front, Lucas Wall in P2 with Lewis Hunter in P3 and Matt Morrison leading it for the AM division. As overall time has expired.
Yep, this will be the conclusion of the race here at Le Mans. James Pierce absolutely dominant. I would say no doubt about it. The little spinny loopy at the end there possibly added some nerves to the race, but well, obviously a very big recoup here, and he's now 6 seconds ahead of his teammate Lucas Wall. The rebound, the gap that this car was able to put it on, it makes you feel like it was like on an open setup or something. Nitrous tanks, who knows? Just ran lights out the entire time.
Wilson, I think, just looped it around. Or he disconnected, one of the two, but he is no longer moving on the track.
Could have been a disconnect. Yeah, I do see he's not moving.
Getting ready to come up to the Corvette curves. Moving into the Ford curves.
Well, after this performance, we might be able to rename all of them the Ferrari curves, because James Pierce has put on a clinic, ladies and gentlemen. He brings
Coming
her
up to the finish.
down the front stretch. He is going to park it at victory lane. And gets
Or
passed
Lucas Wall.
by Lucas Wall at the
takes
stripe.
win.
That is comedy. That is
Lucas
comedy.
Wall. Either he backed out to give Lucas the win, or there was some miscommunication.
That is comedy. If James Pierce accidentally did that, that is hilarious. I can't imagine that wasn't accidental.
There it is.
Yeah.
Lucas Wall wins it.
There it is. We're showing Harvey may have crashed, but we want to get a look here at Matt Morrison as he is finishing his race, leading the AM here. He just has a few more turns ahead of him. So Lucas on his toes at the end of that race. James slowing her down, trying to park the Ferrari before the stripe, and Lucas just piles on past him, actually getting the unofficial win. As here comes Matt Morrison, who, Metal, I'm pretty sure we have interviewed him like 4 or 5 races in a row. He's been on some sort of podium.
Yeah, he's been on a tear.
He has
absolutely killing it behind these machines.
And there it is.
He wins here.
Matt Morrison
division at Le Mans.
Matt Morrison picking it up. Let's see if we got any drivers available for interview here. Somewhere, somehow. Because all of the everything went away for a minute. Good now. Let's see. James Pierce isn't available for an interview, at least not yet, but we do have Lucas Wall. So let's grab Lucas. All right, it's your, I would say, unofficial race winner, Lucas Wall in the booth. You got a copy on us.
I hear y'all loud and clear. How's it going?
What an absolute show we had here at Le Mans. How you feeling after the what was supposed to be a dry race turning into a rain race, to following James on the last lap to picking up the win right at the line?
It was a fun race. Me and James had a lot of fun little moments. A lot of guys in the voice chat playing some pretty loud soundboards, which is always helpful.
Yep, always helpful.
Of course, you know, we had a race engineer in there, and he just decided that he wanted to be a McLaren fan for today.
Oh,
okay. A little bit of papaya rule. Things would happen. Not quite sure though.
All right, so walk us through your race. What was the kind of the adapting to the rain, the unexpected rain that we were getting? How were you guys able to kind of maybe use that to your advantages, at least how it looked on our side?
Just drive smooth in the rain is really the best thing you can do. Be smooth, don't be too aggressive with it, and try and keep it on track.
Yeah, I guess that's a pretty safe call. Well, Metal must have had a disconnect issue. Sorry about that. So at the end, was that planned with you kind of taking the checkered there? That was it looked like James slowed down, maybe a little early celebration, and you snuck by him. Was that you just kind of pedal to the metal, hoping to sneak around him, or what was that about?
We know where the points stand for the season, so we were just trying to be a little smart with it and come out with the best result possible.
Okay, all right. So a little bit of possible strategy call there. Gotcha. Okay. Well, congratulations on your win, Metal. Do you have anything?
I don't know. Can you hear me now?
We can hear you.
Okay, I don't know what happened there, but all of a sudden,
all right.
So, no, I mean, congrats, great job. Obviously, a great win for 212 out here. Le Mans, rain when there wasn't supposed to be any rain, and it was fantastic. So, before we let you go, you got anyone you want to shout out?
I want to shout out you guys up in the broadcast booth, always doing a great job, as well as Dave and the guys for hosting the league, the 212 crew, and always keeping things interesting during the race.
All right. Well, congratulations on the big win. We're going to send you back down. You can go celebrate with the team, and we'll see you next week at Canadian Tire Motorsports Park.
Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. See you next week.
Yeah, for sure. All right, and we have your second place driver, James Pierce, coming in P2 after parking it at the line. We got we're gonna have to start putting up some sort of like epilepsy warning on the stream with how much them Ferraris and them BMWs like flashing their lights leading the race. How you feeling after that one?
Pretty good. It was really nice, chill, good little drinks with the boys, with Tyler, Jess, and Lucas. So I think it was a good evening, fun evening to get together, do some races together, and chit chat and talk about stupid stuff. So I think it was a good race.
All right. Yeah, I'm not sure how you guys find your pace where you can kind of just have side conversations, as it seems like the other half of the field is absolutely grinding white knuckle and elbows up trying to keep up with you guys, and you're listening to Mozart and driving around the track like you're the Stig, but somehow you're able to put that Ferrari in all the winning positions.
Yeah, we got a good fostering of talent, so it's nice to have a nice place to kind of relax, drive hard with not as much practice as some of the special events. So it's nice to come in and try our best, but also have a relaxing time and compete with each other. So I think that it's always a good time to race together, have some camaraderie, and get some of the guys on that usually you don't see that much except for the special events. So just a good time to hang out, put some laps down, and talk about, I don't know, Tarkov and stuff like that. So
fun. Nice. I'm also a Tarkov player myself. So is Metal.
Nope, I'm not a Tarkov.
Oh yeah, you're ready or not guy.
Yeah.
Well, both are acceptable here.
Sure. All right, so walk us through the little spin there at the end. Looks like you maybe got up into the paint. The car came around there.
Yeah. Tyler decided that he wanted to play the loudest thing on the soundboard that he possibly could on Discord.
Nice.
And Arnage, and I think that was a very nice welcome thing. Kind of tossed up a little bit of a randomness into that braking zone when I had to jump out of my seat. The little bit of damage probably caused a little bit of lockup because I definitely hit the brakes harder than it would because of that noise. But so the little damage on left rear probably caused that spin out, but wasn't too serious. I mean, we're both kind of at that point trying to coast it in and make sure we don't do anything dumb. So it was a kind of a harmless spin, and with the end of the grand scheme of things, it was not much.
All right. Well, it's always a pleasure having you up here in the booth. It seems like it's pretty much every week. It feels like. So anyone you want to shout out or thank before we send you back down?
Always shout out to 212. Shout out to Jess and Tyler who made it out tonight, as well as Lucas who it's been a really great addition to the team so far and done really well and has really fit into the community we have here. He's a really good lad, really, really nice, funny as well. So it's always good to have him in there. And we'll always love to get some new fresh blood in here and some nice, good vibes. So shout out to him for coming in and doing so well recently, and especially the special events that we just had, doing really well and showing up and putting as much effort in as he can. So he's really kind of grown into this so far. So shout out to him. Shout out to Parks as always. He's done everything, logistics from liveries to times to spreadsheets to fuel calculations to everything in the world to sponsors and all that stuff. So shout out to him.
Nice.
And 212 as a whole. They've always been great to us. And shout out to you guys. We get something to watch at the end of it that we always enjoy. So
awesome. Yeah, we appreciate it.
Yeah.
All right.
It was definitely fun.
Yeah. We look forward to probably talking to you. With any luck, we'll be talking to you again after Canadian Tire Motorsports Park next week. And how you feeling going there? You comfortable with it? You ran there?
I run there once a year. So, I mean, I'm not too uncomfortable. There's not really many tracks I'm uncomfortable with. It's just if I have the time, if my work schedule works out. So we'll see. But not really too scared about it. Even in the rain, it's always a fun track to do. So, but if I'm able to be there, I'll be there. But I know I probably would be available for the last one. So we shall see.
Very, very nice. Well, congratulations on P2 with an asterisk, I think. So, and we'll be seeing you next week.
We know the team game is important. So
yeah, no,
I'll trade those wins for championships. So
sure. All righty. Well, we're gonna send you back down. You enjoy the rest of your night, and we'll see you next week.
You guys too. Have a good one.
Yep. All right, and man, it feels like we're interviewing him in every single broadcast we do. The winner of the AM division, Matt Morrison, in the rain. In a GT car. What happened tonight? What went wrong, and why did you win?
I don't know. I don't have like windshield wipers map, so I had no I couldn't see anything from the first lap, and then I don't know, and they all died in front of me, and somehow I didn't die, and then had a couple moments where I just lost it, and then somehow at this big of a track had big gaps where I didn't lose a spot. So I don't know. A lot went wrong, and also a lot went right too.
Yeah, I would say I would agree with that. You ended up parking the Mustang in victory lane. How excited are you right now? Has it hit yet that it happened?
Yeah, I mean, a little bit. Just kind of appreciative of everyone here that I don't do this, so this is fun for me, and I'm just having fun and something to fill the Mondays with, and yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing with these GT cars. Like they're talking about oh, change your brake bias, change your TC, change the ABS. I'm like, I don't know what the hell you guys are talking about. I just run the crap out of it until it doesn't run no more. So
you're kind of like Cole Trickle here for a second,
Yeah, they told me I could drive, so I get in the car and I can drive. That's all I know.
Yeah.
So this is what I do.
Right. And I would say you did. You've been doing pretty good at it. So, kind of. So you didn't even have a windshield wiper mapped.
Nope.
So how were you? Were you just kind of squinting through the rain?
I was driving by Braille.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, you just you know when the off track is, so it'd get real bumpy. It's like, oh, I'm too far left. No, I'm too far right. Oh, there's a curve. Oh, there's another curve.
Oh man! Like so you probably drove maybe the hardest race of everyone. And
it wasn't too bad when I got by myself though. There was no spray in front of me, so it was okay then. But yeah, for the first I don't know, probably handful of laps, it was kind of scary to not know where everybody was at. I didn't see any brake lights either, so I'm like, I don't know when everyone else is braking, but I'm gonna brake here, and then hopefully I don't get run over.
Yeah, I guess keeping the car clean for the whole race definitely helps.
Yeah, I mean, I still got 11. No, I did hit the wall once. I hit the paint and backed it on the wall, but luckily it was right as the pit was coming up anyway, so it didn't lose me anything.
Okay, well, both David McCullough and Les Monday, they did some cool gymnastics with their cars.
Yeah, I heard David say, "Oh, I'm wrecked. Oh, I'm flipping." I'm like, "Oh my gosh."
Yeah,
that sounds terrible.
he slid up in the paint and then went through the gravel, and that car just caught the gravel like he was doing 200 miles an hour at Daytona.
What was it? Ryan Priest. I believe he did a Ryan.
Yes, he did. He did a Ryan Priest.
He did a Ryan Priest.
So,
Awesome.
All right. Well, congratulations, your first ever win. That's awesome in the GT car. So that's super cool. Glad to be on the call for that, and congratulations. Who do you want to thank for this?
Well, first of all, thank you to Fred for those kind words. I appreciate it. Thanks to Metal for being Metal, and thanks to David and this is weird. I got to thank David twice now because this is his league. So I got to thank David for owning the league, and I got to thank David for owning the team. It's kind of weird to thank that guy twice in one interview, but I think just thank everyone at Elite Summit for putting good Mustangs out there, and Pro Spill for being on the car, and McCullough Taxidermy, and some. Hold on.
This is the second time in a row, Fred. Second time in a row.
Hold on. It's coming to me.
Whoever once you get the research done.
Oh, okay, hold on.
Okay.
Doughboy Photography.
There they are. There they are. Yep. Just had to wipe some of the rain off the sticker on the car.
I couldn't see.
The second time he's done that.
Yeah.
It's always.
Go
ahead.
Thanks to those guys. Thanks to the wife. Thanks to the kids. Thanks to my mom. So the usuals.
Yeah, it's always fun at I live right next to a local dirt track, and we go to that a lot. It's always fun when you get a first time winner and they're interviewing them and they're like, "Who do you want to thank?" And he's like, "I don't remember a single sponsor that's put this car on the track." And they're reading it off the side of their car. They're looking at their fire suit, trying to remember all the names to thank.
That's how you do it sometimes. Just gotta look over I want to thank this person and this person and that person. They're spending a lot of money and I don't know their names.
Yeah, right. So congratulations. Have you turned any laps at Canadian Tire Motorsports Park yet?
Let's see. I think I did some LMP3 stuff there for license back in the day, and that was about it.
Okay, all right. So very little bit of familiarity with it.
Yeah, I know the track. I don't know the braking points. I don't know the turns, but we'll find out. We'll figure it out.
Okay, all right. Well,
it was like Interlagos last week. I didn't know crap about that track, and I was like, "Oh, this is fun."
True.
Let's do 24 hours here.
Yeah, I'm gonna live here for a day.
Yeah,
gonna figure it out one way or another.
So congratulations. We'll definitely be seeing you there. We might be seeing you tomorrow for a Weeknight Warrior Sim Series as well. Hopefully.
I got no penalty this week, so we're good.
Hopefully, and then no Wednesday racing. So, all right. Well, it's
sad about that.
Yeah, me too. It's a pleasure chatting with you. Glad to have you pick up your first win at the iconic Le Mans. And
that's right. It was Le Mans.
Yeah. That was the name of the track you just won at.
Yeah,
I had no idea.
I don't even know where I am, folks.
Yep. So what's going to happen is we're going to send you back to the team. Dave is going to hand you an official Rolex. That's what they get. Is you get a Rolex watch. So you're going to get that watch, and then you're going to get a trophy. And on the trophy is going to be this weird kind of oval-looking racetrack shape. That's the track, and it's going to say 24 in the middle of it.
That's cool. All right.
Yeah, it's really cool. It's made out of gold.
Nice.
So that's
where
we're
gonna hand me a croissant and a bagel too, or what?
He might if he hasn't already eaten them already. I hear flipping a race car kind of stresses you, and he likes to stress eat. So
yeah.
So all right, we're gonna send you back down to your team to celebrate, pop some bottles, and show France how to put back some Busch lattes.
Hell yeah, let's go, boys. Thank you.
All right, you bet. Congratulations, dude.
Yeah. See you. Alrighty, folks.
All right.
That does it for us today. That was Le Mans on a forecasted no rain session today. And you guys can catch us tomorrow. We will be with the Weekend Warriors at Kansas. Good old fun Kansas.
Yes.
And then we won't have anything Wednesday. We're taking a week off. And then we'll be back next week. Where are we going to be at, Fred, next Monday?
Next Monday, we will be at Canadian Tire Motorsports Park. Back here with Summit GT. And we only have 2 races left. Just Canadian Tire. And then Nürburgring Nordschleife to end our season. So Only 2 left. Only 2 left. Points are coming down. So
Yeah, they are.
on that note, we will we'll hopefully catch you guys tomorrow for Weeknight Warrior Sim Series. And if not, we'll definitely see you Monday up in Canada. So have a great rest of your night, great rest of your week. Appreciate you all tuning in. Be sure to like, subscribe, share the video, tell your folks about it, and we'll catch you all on the next one.